What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Miles, and welcome to my first ever car video that I will be posting on this channel. Um, this video will be about the Honda R18 and the current best modifications that you can do to the engine itself. I hope you guys like this video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This will be an informational sort of video. Yes, I do have a Honda R18 engine in my Honda Civic. Um, but yeah, this I'm not gonna be modifying my car as of yet. I'm gonna wait until I can get all the parts in and then modify them. But I will be posting this video on my old channel that I've had for quite some time now. I was posting technology videos on this channel, but I've stopped doing that, even though I am very knowledgeable still in technology. With that being said, let's get on into the video, and please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know anything that you guys want me to do as far as content. So yeah, let's get on in the video. All right, so the first thing you're gonna need, in which you might need to pull the engine or pull the motor out of the car first, or just lift up the engine a little bit, is to swap out the motor mount for these Precision Works engine motor kit or motor mount kit. This is for the 06 to 011 FG, FD, or whatever you wanna, whichever model or chassis code it's for. It says FG, but I know the FD and the FG chassis code Civics are sort of the same. So this might work on the FG, FB, FD, and stuff like that. It even says FD2, FA, and FG 06 to 06 to 2011 Civic Si. All right. The next thing you want to get in order for the rest of the modifications to work is a manual transmission. You're going to need a manual transmission in order for this to all work. If you don't get a manual transmission, then none of this would work. Mainly because when you swap out the map sensor for, let's say, a Honda 4-bar map sensor, it's not going to work with the current automatic transmission computer that is in the car. So you will need a manual transmission for this to work. The next thing is purely aesthetics. This is a carbon Kevlar dry carbon a valve cover for the non-SI R18 06 to 2015. As it says here, it's from Password JDM dry carbon fiber engine cover. Now, this next part right here is strictly if you want to keep the car NA, naturally aspirated, and you don't want to go the more expensive route. This is a DC Sports Polish race header or race pipe for the 06 to 2015 Honda Civic 1.8 liter. Alright, as you see here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. This is where I believe the EGR tube will go, and then this is where the secondary oxygen sensor will go, and then on top right here, you can't see it. This is where the primary oxygen sensor will go as well. Now, this next option is the more expensive route. Now, where's that? Put this right here. So, the more expensive route is by getting this battery tray and some more hardware and material to mount this in your trunk. Once you mount this in your trunk and you put the battery in that and find a way to secure the battery to the floorboards of the trunk itself, you can go ahead and remove the battery from the front of the car. If you don't know, the battery for the car is right behind the driver's side headlight. So once you remove the battery from the front of the car and put it in the trunk, and then find a way to mount all this up and get the wiring and everything for the battery, and actually change out the harness for the battery itself. Because for those that don't know, there is a harness for the battery that ties everything together. Because there's a positive power cable that goes from the fuse box and I believe the ECU, and there's also a positive power wire that goes to I believe or the starter and the alternator as well. So you're gonna need to run cables for all of that, and then you're also gonna need to run another wire for the negative ground cable, but that also has a resistor on it. You're gonna need a negative ground cable for the battery that has a resistor on it. All right, so from there, here is this. This ties into the next option. That's why I brought this up on Amazon, because once you remove this, you do have space for a side winder turbo setup. All right, this is a street turbo anti-surge GT 3582 Garrett turbo, but this is Max Speeding Rod's version of the Garrett turbo. Although this is a Garrett turbocharger, they literally just took the turbo from Garrett and made it their own. All right, but this is a more cheaper option from them. It's $240 or $240. This is a water cooled billet compressor wheel turbocharger, which means the more normal option would be to get a oil cooled turbo and run a line from the turbo to the bottom of the oil pan, and by getting a water cooled billet compressor wheel or water cooled turbo, I don't think you'll need to run that oil line from the turbo to the bottom of the oil pan. So the way you would set this up, right? Now that you have the battery removed from the front of the car to the trunk, is the turbo would go where the battery used to be, and you would just have to create custom piping for the turbo. So there would be a custom header that would go from the front of the engine to the turbo. Then from the turbo, you would run a custom downpipe from the turbo to the exhaust, and obviously you would have a custom intake piping and everything that needs to get made for the Civic as well. All right, so your next option is your next upgrade that you can get. This is for the EX, EXL, LX, and DX. Your next option is to choose this Weapon R full race. This is a racing manifold for the EX, EXL. It doesn't say EXL, but the EX and the EXL is literally the same model. You have the LX, LXS, and the DX. This is what you can get to get some more airflow in the engine to perform, or for some more performance and horsepower out of the car as well. All right, your next upgrade is this AEM air intake. Now the reason I chose this is because instead of it going right where one of the fog lights would be, if you have a Civic with fog lights, this will actually go down by the radiator and to catch some air to push inside the engine itself. All right, your next option is this 06 to 2011 Honda Civic sedan four door N1 style catback exhaust. Now, what I would do with this exhaust is to take the silencer out. There's a little nut that's in front of the silencer to block it from being taken out. Me personally, I like my cars to be loud and have a lot of performance. So I am going to me personally, I would take out the silencer. All right. Now this exhaust is from Spec D Tuning. All right. So the next thing for you to do is from Race Engineering. you're gonna this is basically your next option to do. You could get some forged pistons and rods from Wiseco. Now you can choose to stay with the stock bore, which is 81 millimeters, or you can do 81.50. This will fit in the 81 diameter or 81 millimeter diameter bore that the engine does have. However, if you do choose to do a 82 millimeter uh, diameter piston, then you might need to bore out the engine to 82 millimeters. This also will drop the compression to 9 to 1. The stock compression of the Honda Civic EXL, LX, LXX, and DX, and even the EX is a 10.5 to 1 compression ratio. The rods. Now the rods are optional as to what you want to get. They have the Molnar and the Brian Crower. Me personally, I don't know this company enough to trust them, so I will go ahead and choose the Brian Crower. That's just my opinion. Obviously, the price will go up to almost $1,000, or actually, it is $1,000. Your next option is to choose the Tuner Stage 2 camshaft for the R18 from Skunk 2 Racing. Now, if ever the developers at Skunk 2 watch this video, please create a stage 2.5 or stage 3 camshaft for the Honda R18 so I can get the revs up to 8,000 RPM instead of it going to 76. Now this will be able to boost your horsepower tremendously. For those that don't know, even though I don't have a 2J in my car, when you put a big cam in a 2J, you do get a lot of horsepower out of that. So this will bump your horsepower up a lot. Okay. The next thing for you to do is fueling components. Now, I personally would either choose some RDX 410cc injectors, or you can choose some Serimoto EV14 fuel injectors from Pro Car Studio. Now, obviously, they have all the different kinds of Civics that they have. They have the two-door hatchback from 2005 to or 2002 to 2005, and then they have the ones from 06 to 2011 for the DX, EX, EXL, LX, and LXS. They even have the one for the Mugen SI and the regular SI. Although the clips for this, the SI variants, and the EXL and this one are the same. They should be plug and play. They even have the 550cc RBC swap injector style harness, or I believe injectors for the 2012 and the 2015 SIs as well. Alright. Your next option is to choose a Deechworks in-tank high-flow fuel pump. You can get this at Pro Car Studios. None of this is sponsored, by the way. Now, I was going to choose the version 1 of this kit, which comes with the 340 LPH fuel pump with the mounting clips and the universal install kit. But they have the version 2, which I believe is better. Let me see what's the difference. This has the clips on it. And I believe this also has the clips on it as well. So, I would just go probably with the version 2 of this. Obviously, they have cheaper options. Or they even have, hold on, what's the difference? Well, this just says universal. So, actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm just going to do the DW300 V2. And this might be the one that I need to pick. I don't know if I have to pick either this one or this one. So it's either up to you guys which one you want to choose out of the DW300 series. Your next option is a set of Brian Crower SOHC valve springs and retainers. You do have the option to choose a steel retainer or titanium. These do come with the valve locks. Obviously, this does add a little bit of horsepower. Each amount of horsepower does count. The next option that you can do for upgrading is a plus 1.0 size over from the stock connecting rod bearings. This is from King Honda. You can get these at RZ Crew Garage. This is for, I believe you could get this for more reinforcement, so you don't spin a bearing or anything. They also sell the plus 025 size over the stock, and they also sell the stock sizes as well. These are just stronger than the factory ones, but me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. They also sell the 9.0 to 1 compression ratio pistons. It comes with the I forget what these are called. The piston rings, there it is, and the pins and all the locks and whatnot. Now, I don't know if this website sells everything needed in order to upgrade the pistons and rods. So you can come here for a 81.25 millimeter oversized bore piston set. They also sell the 8150, and I believe that's all they sell. They also sell the stock bore size pistons for the R18 and the Z model of the R18. All right. Your next option, this is the final option that you can do, is to upgrade the crankshaft to the R20 crankshaft. By doing this, you'll be able to get a lot more horsepower because you're basically you're stroking out the engine to 2 liters. Because for those that don't know, the R18, R16, and the R20, I believe, have the same block size, just different crankshafts. However, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that the R16 engine is smaller than the R18 and the R20. But I do know that the R20 crankshaft is compatible to be put into the R18. So that'll basically be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to all the good content that I will be putting out in the future. Comment anything that you want me to upload on this channel that deals with cars in general. I'll try and if you guys want, I could put parts list together of any upgrades that you can do for your engine and anything that you want to get put together for, let's say, body kit wise or anything as well. So just let me know what you guys want to see on this channel. I said earlier on in the video this was a technology channel, but I'm no longer going to be doing technology on this channel. So yeah, like I said before, just comment, subscribe, like the video. Social media link will be in the description box down below. So just be sure to go ahead and check that out. That being said, it's your boy Miles, MKC Racing. Peace out.